Okay. Um, Putting down laminate wood floor in this apartment. Got it looking good. Not quite perfect, but you can't really tell any flaws unless you actually know what you're looking for. Kitchen floor, put the tile down. Waiting on the step right here until I finish with the bathroom, and then I'm going to try and save as much tile waste as possible. When I get done, it'll look pretty good. Kitchen floor had some waves in the concrete. You couldn't really tell they were there until you started putting tile down. And then it was like, okay, this is going to create a problem. But the back two corners had major drop-offs. Put some floor level down, leveled it out, and made it look good. So that's done there. I just got to grout them now. But I'm going to grout all the tile at once. But go to the bathroom where I'm doing tile, and I was pretty well done. All I had to do was a little strip right here where the tub is, a couple tiles there, and then the step right at the door. Not a big deal. But almost finished, and had to take a few days off, had doctor's appointments and what's not, and I finally get back over here to continue on, and the lady, she tells me that she's home, she's waiting on a plumber because she has a leak. And because I help her with her maintenance for her apartments also, we started immediately looking for the leak, trying to find it. Plumber showed up, and we showed him what we had looked for and where we had been, and we started discussing it, and he looked at what some of the stuff I had seen, and we both came to the conclusion that the leak was under the foundation of the building, right underneath the toilet, and going over towards the kitchen. So, I had to take up the tile where the toilet is. What a pain. And then, under that tile was a layer of the backer board I put down. Under that, linoleum. And then under that linoleum was more ceramic tile. And then roughly 2 inches of floor leveler. And unless I'm wrong, that floor leveler is the same thickness from front to back. So that's not too fun. But anyway, I got pretty well down in there and everything. Got to the concrete and used my grinder with the diamond blade in it and cut through the concrete. Boy, talk about dust. I had a fan going in the window blowing the dusty air out and bringing fresh air in, and dust mask and bathroom door closed so I didn't get dust all over the place other than the bathroom. But it made a difference doing that. But anyway, got through the concrete with that, and then broke it up with a sledgehammer. But I noticed when I hit the concrete, it would sink a little bit. And sure enough, I found out that all the dirt under it was mud. And it was literally liquid mud. Not too big of an issue with me. I just grabbed a bucket and my shovel and started scooping the mud out. And got it down to where I had a hole going up under the foundation between the kitchen and bathroom. And then I discovered, okay, I can see concrete, but I don't see no pipe. And I should be seeing pipe now because I'm down below the concrete in the corner where the pipes are. So I went outside to turn on the water valve to see if I could see a leak, and unbelievably, of all things to catch as it's happening, I caught somebody trying to steal the plate off my van. It's a dealer's plate. And they're doing this in the middle of the day, broad daylight. And to do it, they actually parked their vehicle in the middle of the street blocking traffic. And get in a position where you might be able to see it. Sorry for the sunlight. That's my van, that's where it's parked. Okay. Shut-off valve is right in there where that bush is. Now, because I didn't have any reason to be looking for the looking at the van, I didn't go that way to where I could see it, but I had noticed a car in the middle of the street, parked right there in that little opening. And I was like, what the heck? So I ducked down, and I see a guy right there at the back of my van, already had one screw out of the license plate, and was working on the second screw when I caught him. And I was like, okay, I hollered at him, and I had my phone out by chance, so I went ahead and I took off running down that flight of stairs. And I swear to God, it took me less than 3 seconds to get from where the water valve was, where I saw him, to the stairs, down the stairs, and almost to the street. I was moving as fast as I could. And I'll tell you what, I've never moved that fast since, or before. But I did get the license plate number, and I immediately called 911 and let them know what happened, and gave them the plate number, description of the vehicle, and description of the guy I caught trying to steal my plate. He was the passenger of the vehicle. They immediately put an APB out for that vehicle. And I don't know if they ever caught him or not. I kind of hope he got caught, but at the same time, he made a stupid choice, and I kind of hope he doesn't get caught. But it was the fact that he was stealing that really got me mad. I don't have to deal with him anymore. The cops never did come out to make a police report, but I alerted some of the neighbors that I seen outside of what had happened, so they were aware of it. And one of the neighbors here a little while back had had their license plates stolen. So they suspect it was the same guy, but once again, they didn't see it, so they can't prove it. But the good thing is, the guy now knows he don't want to show up in this neighborhood again. Because next time I ain't gonna say a word. I'm gonna come out there with something in my hand. I'm gonna just hit him in the head. Down he goes. And then I'm gonna make sure I damage whoever's car he was riding in enough that the police are looking for it. But it was okay. But anyway, back to this leak issue. The plumbing, pardon the mess, this guy uses these crates for his recycling and all this, and it's kind of in the way because the area where I'm working, pardon the language, he has all this stuff here and it's a pain in my butt. But anyway, in the outside wall is the plumbing. Yeah, got to go in the ceiling and all that. I've also got to go in the wall here in several locations to run plumbing for the bathroom sink. For the kitchen sink, right now we're just going to run it outside the wall. Not quite the way I like to do it, but it's better than nothing. It'll run around behind the refrigerator, and then it'll run under the sink. So just take it a step at a time. For the main lines, we're using 3/4 inch, but the plumbing runs, or no, the main lines are 1 inch, and the secondaries are 3/4. It runs up the wall to the ceiling and runs on top of a big, I want to say it's a 4x8 or a 4x10 beam, wood beam. Runs all the way around, and lo and behold, it comes out on top of the beam here above the closet. Couldn't see which side to get to it best because the only opening I have is here in the laundry room, right up there. And I know y'all can't see it, but it goes across through a T. So I get to fix that. Now we're going back with this PEX tubing for the fresh plumbing because it is flexible, and that's what they use in mobile homes. and you almost never have a problem with them. And if it is a problem, it's the fitting that breaks, because the fittings in mobile homes are plastic, and that's positive and negative. But what we're going back with for fittings, and they're very expensive, is they're called shark bites. And the tubing fits up in there, and it has little teeth in there that grab the pipe and won't let it slide back out very easily. Let's see if I can get one of these. That's a shut-off valve. Okay, there's you an example right there. That is brass, pardon the lighting. That's made of brass. There we go, that's a little better. And that is actually a reducer. It goes from 1 inch to, or no, 3/4 to half. But if I'm right, that was like $13 for that one fitting. And this little PEX tubing cutter was like $9. So yeah, that stuff is very, very expensive. And this 100-foot roll of 1-inch PEX tubing was $70-something. That there was like 20-something. They're definitely expensive. And the interesting thing is, to get all this stuff back here from Home Depot, which was 6 80-pound sacks of Quikrete, the tubing, a couple bags of whatever, you know, and a couple good sheet of plywood. That I did in that van. And when I went to turn around in the driveway, my exhaust actually was dragging the ground a little bit. And I've never had that problem before. But then again, I never had that van that heavily loaded down when I'm pulling into that driveway. So, but the fun part was getting those 80-pound sacks Quikrete upstairs. One at a time, and take the time, because that is a pain in the butt. But I'm going to go ahead and get this video posted. I'm actually using my phone, so I don't get to edit it, so it's all live feed. I will try and post an update throughout the day, or throughout the rest of the job. I might just post one video a day for a couple of days, but we'll see. I'll get back to you. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you.